guys, it's a proud cat lover, and today I'm going to be weighing the reptiles. And I figured because today is feeding day, except for Raja, I might have to weigh him later, because Raja actually ate last night, but today is when I feed the other reptiles. So I decided I might as well weigh them before I feed them, because it's been since the 26th of last month, and it's going to be the 30th tomorrow. So I figured I probably should get and weigh them, because I try to weigh at least once a month. Rose, please. We're not going to be weighing cats tonight, so go over there. So first I'm going to be doing Ember, so I'm going to get her out. I'm going to get the scale up and running. And yeah, so we're going to do that stuff. Okay. Okay guys, so one important thing I wanted to point out with any scale that you have, it's really important to have something to test. Like this here is 100 grams. It's really important to test your scales to make sure that they're on point. This here came up 100 grams the very first time. So it's always good to test to make sure that your scales are weighing properly, because you don't want to be weighing your reptiles on scales that are going to be different depending on whenever you weigh them. It's always good to try at least twice to make sure that it comes up 100 every time. You want to make sure it's on also a flat surface. So anyway, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and grab Ember. Okay, so last month Ember was 62 grams, I believe that said. Yeah, 62 grams. So we'll see what she is this time. If you could just walk on there for me, please. Hey, hey. Please stay on the scale. And I don't know if she's going to be laying eggs again, because she's starting to look a little chubby. So if she'll stay on there with me moving her tail. No, I didn't think so. It looks like it was 58 grams. Just want to make sure everything, every body part, stop, is on the scale. So yeah, looks like she's lost a few grams, 4 grams to be precise. She did recently lay eggs, so, which they're infertile of course, but that could be what helped in dropping her weight down. But either way, 58 grams is pretty healthy for a crested gecko. I've seen some that don't get above like 45 grams their entire life that I've seen in my group. So for her to be 58 grams, that's pretty good. So I'm going to bring her over here real quick. I'll write that down and then we'll move on to Blaze. Okay guys, so last month Blaze weighed 47 grams. And Blaze, if some of you don't know, is actually my female that I am trying to breed. Oh, my weight's turned off. So let me turn those on real quick. But Blaze is the one that I've been trying to breed with Magma. Boop! And so I'm pretty sure she's carrying eggs right now. I don't know if they're fertile. Could you please walk slowly? Thank you. Stop. Don't know if they're fertile or not. Hoping that they are. She was in there with him for 5 days. I didn't want to stress her out too much because she started running away from him. So I took her out at 5 days after they were together. She's been digging in her lay box a whole bunch, so I'm really hoping that she's getting some ideas for some safe spots to lay her eggs. I've been keeping the lay box moist with her Eco Earth, and it says 52 grams, which is really good because she was 47 grams last month, so she's actually gained, which I'm hoping is good for like egg growth and stuff, because I'm assuming that that might play a part in showing that she is carrying some eggs. Hopefully she's going to be laying them soon, because like I said, she's been digging around a bunch. So we'll go ahead and write that down, get her put up, and then we'll weigh Magma next. Okay guys, wanted to show you real quick how I found Magma, and this is one of his usual things he does. He is so funny. It's hysterical to find him like this. And he does this quite often. He'll hang upside down and he'll just be weird. Can you come here, please? Come here. I promise you there's nothing wrong with him. He literally does this all the time. There's times that he will hang from his back legs and he'll look like a little bat. It's hilarious. He's just comical. He is a funny guy. Here he is. Yes, aren't you? You're such a sweetie boy, aren't you? He's such a nice boy. He doesn't give me problems unless the girls are around. Then he's kind of like, hey, you smell like a lady. So yeah, usual boy activities there. So he was 51 grams last month. So let's go ahead. Have you walk on here for me. He's always so well behaved. All the way. Keep going. Okay. So he's pretty much the same weight as he was last month. That's okay with me. Can you please? Yes, I know. You smell the girls. Okay, yeah, so he is 52 grams, which is good. Come here, sweetie. Oh, see, here's his, what I was talking about. Because he smells the girls on me, and it doesn't hurt. It just kind of feels like he's pinching my finger. Oh, okay. He went in for a little bit better grip there. You're satisfied now? Little horny turd. So, I'm going to write down his weights and get him into the tank before he decides to latch onto my wrist, because that always hurts a little bit more. Get your butt in there. Get going. We'll write down his weight. Get in there. I'm going to squish your tail. Okay. It's not squished, so I'll just leave him there. So write that down real quick, and then we'll move on to Phoenix. Okay, guys. This is Phoenix here. If some of you haven't seen her before, she's actually one of the newer ones. I got her back in March. Come on, sweetie. So she was... Let's see, let me look real quick. She was 29 grams, so it looks like she's just lost a gram, which, when they're young like she is, they kind of fluctuate, because that's how Ember was. Stay for me. Stay. Stop. And she is my only frog butt. I purchased her this way. And she's the one that's extremely jumpy. So we're going to come over here, sit her down. She's actually behaving quite well right now. And she's my extreme harlequin, which I'm not going to be breeding her just because, for one, her crest isn't really the greatest looking. Blossom, get out of here. And she's been from a lot of places, so I don't really know her genetics and everything. And I kind of want to know the genetics when I'm breeding geckos, so I pretty much just adopted her. I mean, I paid for her, of course, but pretty much just adopted her to give her a better home, because the owner that she had previously was moving, and she couldn't take them with her, so she was selling all of her geckos. And right after I had asked if I could buy Phoenix, which her name was not Phoenix, but when I asked if I could buy her, 3 other people asked right after me, so I kind of was feeling all lucky and happy and stuff, because I got to be the one to purchase her, because she is a gorgeous gecko. She's just better for kind of like how Ember is. She's better as a pet than as a breeder, just because you don't know the background and everything. I mean, if I were to breed her someday, I would either sell the babies, for a cheaper price than I would normally for the others, or I would keep them, because I don't know if she has in her line any deformities, that family members have had or whatever, so it's always better to be safer, on the safe side, and just keep ones you're unsure of as pets. So, which, it's not like they're going to care. They don't have to be bred. They may go into heat or whatever you want to call it, but doesn't mean that you have to breed them. The only reason I'm breeding Blaze and Magma is mainly because I want the experience and the joy again of having baby crested geckos. As some of you may know, Ember was a baby when I got her, or 4 months pretty much is how old she was. And I just loved and enjoyed getting to raise her, and I just like having Phoenix too, because she's kind of like a little baby. I'm hoping that she'll get a little bit bigger, but aside from the fact that she's not even 2 yet, I just love raising younger animals and getting to see how they mature and grow into adults and their personalities. And of course, I'm not really going to be doing it for the money, but that's just one of the little things that you kind of get if you sell them. I'm going to try to stick her back in the tank. She's acting like she wants to jump. There you go. So of course this is her little tank here. Got a whole bunch of foliage. This log right here is her favorite. There's actually a hole in there and she likes to crawl inside. And then we have Magma that's in this tank here, and you can see his tail. But anyway, enough talking. I'm going to get Eclipse out, and she's the leopard gecko, which I think she's nope. She's in her cave. But she's going to be shedding soon, so another successful shed for her. So anyway, we'll get to Eclipse next. Okay guys, so Eclipse, last time I weighed her was 75? Let me look. 76 grams. So, get her on the scale, and I'm kind of surprised that she hasn't started laying eggs or anything, because where all the crested geckos seem to be all of a sudden laying eggs. Please stop. 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 Okay, so it looks like she's 77 grams. As you can see, like I just said, she's going into shed right now. She can bring her over here so she doesn't get scared. You can kind of tell here. Stop. Where you can see kind of the difference. Well, it's kind of hard to tell actually on the camera, but she's just a lot lighter looking compared to the dark, oh, I'm sorry, on her head. And she still has her smiley face, though she is almost all yellow now. She doesn't really have very big gray spots here like she used to. Go ahead and write 77. She gained 1 gram. So, but I'm going to have to start cutting back on her calcium, because, and just have it in the tank and not dust her insects with them, because she, oh, I'm sorry, I keep smacking your face. I'm so sorry. I need to just look at her and not look at her through the camera. But she's starting to get these little pockets down here, which they're starting to get smaller, which I'm glad. But I've heard that they're called calcium pockets, and that's when they kind of get more vitamins than they need to. So I'm just going to keep the calcium and multivitamin mix in her tank and not dust any of her insects, and hope that they decrease a little bit more, because they're decreasing pretty well right now, which I'm glad. But I'm just going to not dust her insects and just have the calcium in there and offer it to her, just because I don't want her to get overdosed on vitamins. So, but yeah, so anyway guys, that was the whole reptile weighing. I'll add I'll add Raja's video in at the end, so this might not get released for a couple days. It'll probably be more into June when this gets released. But today is the 29th, so we'll see. I'll probably wait a couple days for him to have his belly settle with his food that he just ate yesterday, and then I'll get the video uploaded. Okay guys, so I'm going to be weighing Raja. Here he is, and it is now June 1st, so just to kind of give you an idea of how long I waited, and he's warming himself up on me. I'm going to use his snake bag to weigh him, because he's getting a little bit big to put on these scales. And once he is in the snake bag, then he'll be contained in a small area. What I'm going to do is put the snake bag on the scales after I turn them on. Then I'm going to zero it out so it doesn't count the weight of the bag. And then I'm going to stick him in the bag and put him on the weights and find out how much he weighs. So I don't have the book out yet, so I don't know how much he weighed last month. I want to say it was around 30 grams. I want to guess that that's what it was. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to pause it, do that, turn it back on when I get ready to weigh him, so you guys can see for yourselves. Okay guys, so the bag alone weighed 27 grams, which is crazy. So I have him in the bottom here, you can see him down there. So I'm going to go ahead and sit him on the scale. Okay, so it's reading 37. I'm going to take him off and try one more time just to double check. And like I said, I zeroed out the bag, so it shouldn't be weighing the bag any. And it's still coming to 38. Okay, so he's 38 grams. I'm going to grab the book real quick and see what he was weighing last month. He definitely has got bigger, because he looks bigger, so I'm glad that he's growing good. Okay guys, so last month Raja weighed 30 grams. Well, not last month anymore, but you know what I mean. So I think that's funny that I actually guessed the correct weight, which you can see 30 grams. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.